What is up, my Jooms? Welcome back to the Raggedy Pack. Today, we're going to be watching the big finale for Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Now, in the last episode, we saw the setup. We saw Kiwi's betrayal. We saw Faraday's schemes, and we learned in part of getting Lucy to turn her over to Arasaka, he's seeking out David to have him use the cyber skeleton, and then hand him over again, hand him over to Arasaka as a lab rat. Faraday is very much simping, as the show said, for Arasaka and trying to climb up the Corpo ladder, which, you know,
it's one way to put it.
It's what you got to do in this life, I guess. But like, I feel like Faraday can get screwed over. I feel like they can screw over Faraday easily. He's just assuming they're gonna hold up there.
Pawn.
Yeah, he talks. He talks big, but no Arasaka. Once he has no more. He's of no more use to them. He's gonna get just dumpied on.
Yeah.
But yeah, we saw D take another risk and put on the cyber skeleton. We kind of saw a little montage of him failing to protect people, which kind of was the final pushed him to actually do it, and that's something like we've noticed a lot with D as a character. Yeah, D is very much a character that's driven by power, and at the beginning, the lack of power. He failed to save his mom, and he installed the Sand of Stone after that. As a way just to, I guess, kind of cope and just to have some sense of control. Later on, when Maine died, he failed to pertain to. He was unable to save Maine and Dorio, and once again, he sought out power. He leaned very heavily into cyberware and pretty much ignored the same pitfalls. Ignored what happened to Maine when he went cyber psycho and is falling into the same pitfalls that Maine did. He keeps telling himself that he's different. It's almost like he wants to believe it, but I mean, he's still there's still a soft limit. We've seen three cases of people going cyber psycho in the show. At the very beginning, with him watching the BD, the random dude, which I guess I can't really count, who just blasted Pilar, and then once again with Maine, and we see David very much on the edge of going this, and it's something that was predicted by other characters like Johnny Kurosaki, I think was the name, but it's D is he's just seeking power because he himself was powerless, and it's just a major characterization for him. Now, in terms of what's going to happen,
only bad things are going to happen.
Yeah, we talked about this last episode. I want there to be a good resolution. I want there to be a good resolution for D, for Becca, for Lucy, Falco, not Kiwi, fuck Kiwi. But I want there to be a good resolution, but how the show's been setting it up, I don't know if we're going to get that. I think D is just going to sacrifice himself.
I think Arasaka is just such a ridiculous beast.
Yeah.
That even if our character wins, it's like a minor victory against a bigger foe.
That's true.
They're just so invested in large in the world that you'd have to go to the top. And even if you'd get to the top and take down whoever's at the top, there's still somebody to fill that void.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that's why I'm very, I guess, depressed at the range of outcomes here, because I don't see a range that we wind up satisfied with unless they wind up just going to the moon and living on the moon, which I'm not exactly sure where we're at in terms of space travel in 2077, but maybe there's a colony on the moon that they can move to.
Even then,
I don't really know.
I don't think he'd be safe in space either. Arasaka has space
I think the
stations.
safest, I think the safest way would be to like, I don't remember the name of the character from the game, but the one who was like Johnny, who was
Johnny Silverhand?
Johnny Silverhand's like girlfriend that fully lives. This is obviously a game spoiler. That fully lives in the net. Whatever her name is.
I know who you're talking about. Okay.
That would probably be the ideal outcome. Because then you're like safe buried away in the net. And one of those two. But
yeah,
again, I think it's far more likely that we're about to see a death.
I mean, Arasaka has him in their sights. They're not going to let go. They're going to keep pursuing. Pretty much what you said. I mean, I wonder if him just kind of like just going completely off the grid is an option. Live the nomad life. And I don't know. I imagine it might be better than living in the city where you're easily trackable. Obviously, he needs to dump the cyberware because I don't know. They might be. I would imagine they might be able to track him through that and just go full caveman and just live completely off the grid.
Yeah. He's probably going to have a very he's about to have his way with some Arasaka goons before it's all said and done. I expect Faraday to meet a very bloody demise. I mean, yeah. And I won't settle for anything less.
I want Faraday to die too, but like it's just it's a life of running for him. Even if he gets out of this, fine. So there's just no good resolution.
Yeah.
There's no way out, which I mean, I don't know. Maybe the show pulls something.
I'd love it if they do.
Or maybe shit. I'd be satisfied if they get to like final moments on the moon together and just die or something. Yeah. But just like I don't know, man. I just want him to be happy. I care about this dude so much. And he's lived a life of trauma and just deserves something good to happen with him.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready to watch. I have more thoughts at the end of our reaction about the series as a whole.
Okay. So definitely ready to get into it. But before we do that, if you like our content, please consider dropping a like and subscribing. It helps out and it means a lot to us personally. Check out our other videos. Since this is the finale, feel free to check out other series we've done. We've done a lot of series in the past year and a half of the channel. And check out our Patreon if you want exclusive content. We have 2-week early access of some select series. Not this one anymore, unfortunately, since this is the finale. But we do have a full-length reaction if you want to check that out. Check out our socials in the description. Check out our Discord as well if you want to come talk to the show. Talk about the show with us in other series or just anything. It's a good time in there. People are pretty active recently. Without that being said, let's get into it.
Yeah.
That was one guy. How?
He did a lot of damage.
So many dead. Call for backup.
Those were intestines.
Yes, ma'am. You leave him to me.
See, they got the coon back.
Oh my god.
Oh my. Oh man. My.
Dude, they're going all out.
That is it's one of the grossest things I've seen.
Oh shit, they got like a roadblock as well. Nice.
Right. I don't think that shotgun's doing much.
I mean, shooting it for fun.
He's clearly resilient for a chrome junkie. But it's nothing Arasaka's recovery team.
Oh, this is such a cool scene.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Not about to chance it. Did my part, so I'm skipping town. Zipping my heads, and we're done.
Besides, I hope to see you one last time. We owe ourselves that much.
So I can kill her.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What am I doing?
What?
Bro is tripping.
He's deep into it. He's at the crossroads. Oh, that transition. Oh my god. Well, let's see how much damage he does. And the time he has left.
About to put in that work.
Is she shooting all the guns he fucking pulled in? Oh my, he just made a huge ass pothole, goddamn.
Yeah. Look at the 2 cars just like sitting there.
Oh fuck.
You have to work hard and rise through the ranks. My son at Arasaka Tower, top floor.
God damn, bro.
Just see it. You've got this, D. Smartest person I know.
You're right, Mom.
Fuck.
No, I can. I'll do my best. You got my word. Arasaka all the way to the top.
David's meds. Don't think they're gonna work anymore.
Yeah. So what's the plan?
Nothing's changed. We knock on Sokka's
Oh, don't tell me that, man.
David in that kind of shape.
I'm still holding out for the glimmer of hope.
Lucy?
She's the only one who can maybe bring him back.
Not doing any more work for you.
Is that
Is he
so?
petting him?
Such a shame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that.
My contract stipulates I get rid of anyone who knows about the cyber skeleton.
Oh, that's funny.
No one can stop him now.
I can think of one individual who can.
Don't tell me.
Who might that be?
Adam Smasher.
Bruh.
Utterly. Extreme situations require extreme solutions.
Dude.
Still, the
Dude,
time
this ain't gonna be good.
Not a problem. He's here already.
Bro.
Pending our field tests, the cyber skeleton was originally designated for him.
It's so sad, man. It's such a cool sequence, but it's so
Yeah.
sad.
Man or a Mac? Just keep shooting. Code AS. Pull it out. What?
Yes.
Adam Smasher.
Back up. How many files we got left?
Down to one last one.
Fuck, man.
Clock's finally running out.
Oh. Holy shit.
That can't be David.
Oh my god.
Faraday will be arriving shortly to deliver the Netrunner.
I don't know about that one.
Martinez is after our fixer, not us.
But there's no other way. Not for me.
Fucking, they have the moon in the background, bro. They're killing me.
In this, you have failed your assignment.
Well,
Bro, just a walking tank.
Lucy.
David.
Everyone in this room is dead. Oh.
You see, the cyber skeleton returned to you as promised.
Let's fucking go.
No, you don't. You ain't flatlining.
You're packing some pretty heavy artillery for your
About to go fucking down, bro.
this is actually so sick.
String 2 words together. Can you really afford
No.
distractions now?
Holy shit. Bro,
Dog.
don't do this to me.
Bro.
Don't do
This
this
is so
to me.
sick.
Bro.
Can you hear me? I'm right here. It's me. It's Lucy. Please. David, come back to me.
Just let him go to the moon, man. Holy shit.
That's cute.
God damn.
Lucy.
Oh, for us, take an elevator. What a tool.
Let them have their fucking moment, bro. Get
Good.
fucked, Faraday. Let's
Yeah.
go.
All his eyeballs.
Four-eyed freak.
These corporate freaks ever gonna give it a goddamn rest? Sure, take your sweet time, gaunt brain.
What's the plan?
I need a favor.
We're having a moment here!
Oh, rip.
Bro.
Go through the glass and live. Is preferred. Alright, I'm pissed.
Don't tell me, bro. Dude.
I'll slaughter each and every one of you.
Not unless I
Fucking
zero
speechless,
your
bro.
ass first.
Out of suppressants.
Bro, what?
None leave the slaughterhouse.
No.
Alive.
Get distracted much.
David gave Falco a job to get out of there with Lucy.
Who are you to challenge me? Getting a special because you're scrappy.
Jesus Christ.
Make me laugh.
Sorry. Wish we could go to the moon together.
God damn it, bro. Don't do this to me.
You know, you could prove an interesting construct.
Whatever, Joom. Like I give a shit.
Oh well.
Dude. God damn it.
Thank you for joining us on today's
God damn it, dude.
Experience lunar gravity in a way no brain dance can simulate.
This is nothing like I wanted, bro.
I think this is honestly the best option we had.
Whoa, check this.
God
I
damn
can
it.
feel the sun.
Well,
I
What do you
just
think,
wanted
Jam?
him. I just wanted him to go to the moon, man. That's all I wanted.
I mean, we got half.
It's not enough.
It's not, but
Also, definitely no season 2. No way.
yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
my.
they could do something with Lucy for a season 2, but I doubt it. I'd like to see her incorporated into the game somehow. Through DLC. I know they got DLC coming out. I just want to say, for something that's completely fresh, brand new, written on its own, what a show.
Fucking amazing.
No source material, completely brand new IP. You can't do any better than that. And I mean, sure, they had the blueprint of Night City,
Yeah.
but then to incorporate, Adam Smasher,
Yeah, there were some loose tie-ins, but
there were a lot of tie-ins, to be honest.
I mean, there were a lot of tie-ins, but in terms of like strictly game or events related to the main, I don't want to say main game, but Cyberpunk 2077, there were some like a couple cameos, and then with the eventual reveal of Adam Smasher.
I think it was hilarious how he was sitting there the whole time.
Yeah. I don't know if the look on my face convenes how upset I am.
Mm-hmm.
And just, or if the tone of my voice lets you know how, like, decimate, like not to the point of tears, but internally, I'm shocked. I wanted nothing better than a good happy ending for Dee and Lucy. The two of them, along with Falco, Becca, I mean everyone in the gang, they deserve better.
Yeah. But, I mean, we were kind of talking about it at the beginning.
We there was no way out. I was hoping for a miracle.
In this world, in that city, underneath that big old boot of Arasaka, there was no way out. He'd gotten himself too far deep. There might have been a way back towards the beginning, but
As soon as they got like as soon as they got tangled up with Arasaka, with Tanaka. There was no
way
over.
back.
Yeah.
So
there was like that slight hope I briefly talked about in a previous intro that like maybe like it seemed like everything was tied up with Tanaka as a loose end, but no, that I was completely wrong. But this show as a tie into the Cyberpunk universe is perfect, I think. It perfectly encapsulates how a cold and unfair world the Cyberpunk universe is, and what Night City has to offer.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's really just like it couldn't have been done better. I mean, sure, we could have gotten a happy ending, but we both agree that wasn't realistic. Not for
it's not realistic. And that's why an ending like this that's not perfect, that leaves you emotionally decimated, is, I mean, it's not even bittersweet. It's just soul crushing. I mean, Lucy, this main silver lining is that Falco and Lucy got away.
Freaking Becca just dies for no reason. Damn it.
She gets fucking just just crushed by Adam Smasher.
She gets smashed by Adam Smasher.
I mean, it's very fitting because like she died without a chance. Exactly like PLR. God damn. But she deserved better. She was ride or die with David. And goddamn. Kiwi, do you think Kiwi redeemed herself a bit? Or no?
To the best of her ability.
I mean, she still kind of contributed to everyone's deaths. This not all. I like to think that they'd still be alive. If it weren't for Faraday and Kiwi double crossing, leading getting Lucy and then leading David and the rest of the gang into a trap. Maybe they could have had a way out still. But fuck. I'm gonna watch the end of episode 2 with Lucy and David on the moon and just assume I'm gonna pretend
that's
that's my happy end for them.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play the shit out of Cyberpunk again.
It's like, obviously, like the anime is over the top at a lot of sequences. Obviously it's hard to, they turn it up to 11. And there's always so much they can do with gameplay elements, but it is a very, very faithful example of like what the kind of shit that goes on in the game. From a narrative perspective, there's a lot of, I'm not gonna say it falls in line exactly with the anime, but it's a very good story, I think, and it's a very fun game. The cyberware elements of it, and a lot of like the not really talked about but shown a lot in the show, at least with like locations, I guess little factions, and just kind of what stuff life is like in Night City as you play through the game. It's very almost 1-to-1. But it's fuck, man.
I think I'm taking it a little bit better than you, just because I'd kind of expected that.
I knew. I mean, I knew there was no way out.
I'd already accepted it, you know.
I'm still grieving, brother.
Well, unfortunately for you, now we gotta go watch Demon Slayer.
Not yet. Let's talk, do this outro a bit more. Do you, okay, so do you think it deserves a anime of the year? I think it's hard to compete Because I think mentally, I don't know mentally if you are or not, but pitting this into the entirety of AOT versus just like mentally, as opposed to just season 4 part 2. I know you're ride or die with AOT.
Here's the thing. Season 4 part 2 of Attack on Titan, and now anybody still watching is gonna be like, what video did I click on? Season 4 part 2 of Attack on Titan is a masterpiece. Once you start, there's no stop.
Yeah.
So I think this winning isn't really an injustice, but to me, it's really 1A, 1B.
Because what do you mean by that?
Like 1A, 1B is like the same thing.
Okay.
I don't really like look it up. I'm not sure how to exactly explain that. It just flows in my head as like, this is the best and this is the second best, but it's not by a lot.
Okay. I definitely think it probably appealed. Again, there's the element of popularity contest with a lot of award shows. So,
well, and so here was my counter argument. Attack on Titan should not win awards because they split their seasons up and release them at different times. That should not be rewarded.
Yeah,
because that to me is like releasing a late game or an incomplete game.
Okay.
So that's the only argument I'll accept, is they don't deserve to win for one half of a season.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Part 2 of season 4 is massively better than part 1 of season 4.
Okay.
So there's that discrepancy. But anyway.
Yeah, let's not turn this into Attack on Titan discussion.
I don't have an issue with this winning Anime of the Year, because in any other year that wasn't dominated by the greatest anime of all time, it would easily win Anime of the Year. It's just because you're talking about Attack on Titan in the same sentence as Cyberpunk. And anyway, it did win. So
take that.
I think it's totally justified. And if I'm going to be honest, this is an easy 10 out of 10 for me.
I agree.
I don't know what these Google ratings are. I don't know who from IMDb decides we're going to give this an 8.3 out of 10. Like,
they can be
you
wrong.
Need to lose your job, champ.
They can be wrong. I also...
They're entitled to their wrong opinion, for sure.
Yeah. I also think Zach Aguilar, your boy, the man, the myth, the legend, the voice of Tanjiro, definitely fucking deserves the award for his performance as David. Because god fucking damn, he cooked. David's voice acting, David's characterization, he brought that character to life. When I was debating on whether we should do the dub or sub for the show, there was a heavy lean towards the dub. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, the setting, it is in America. And they do a good job by having, I mean, America's like it's a melting pot, and even more so Night City. So you have a lot of different cultures and ethnic backgrounds, and they do represent like a lot of characters of different backgrounds. You have characters, like I think it serves it well by having all like characters be represented by like different accents depending on where they hail from. It just is really well done. And Zach Aguilar on top of that just did fucking amazing. Especially this last episode. This last episode alone, the animation, the sequencing, the fucking sequences with D flipping back and forth to between his cyber psychosis. God damn.
Yeah.
I'm sad, man.
There's a lot of very, very strong performances in this show that it kind of like some of my what is dictates usually whether I like a show or not is there's several pieces to it. It's obviously voice acting, it's music, in particular with anime, the animation has to be somewhat quirky, if you will.
Okay.
And so the fact that the Sandy was incorporated so much, and just the fact it was just this 2D cyberpunk world combined with the music, combined with the excellent performances. I wouldn't have wanted to watch this in sub purely because I would have missed out on Zach Aguilar. I would have missed out on Lucy's voice actress. I would have missed out on all of that. And, I'm sure, I'm sure that there's some strong arguments for sub, but they can, kiss my butt, just like the sub arguments for other animes that I won't name again. But I mean, Giancarlo Esposito, how are you going to miss out on that?
Yeah, that was surprising.
And then we had Captain Levi's voice actor making an appearance. We had Aaron's voice actor making an appearance at some point. It was in one of the most recent episodes that we watched. I remember that.
Yeah, I like how that's just going to be how internally you see those voices. Any other character that's voiced by those same two people, you're to say, oh, that's Aaron, that's Levi. I mean, that's common. It's just amazing that you just focus on those two characters because you love Attack on Titan. It makes sense.
It was just so funny to hear Aaron's voice. I'm like, is that Aaron? But yeah, man, I thought it was fantastic from start to finish. And that's a lot coming from me because of my natural just hatred towards anime up until the last couple of years. So I think it couldn't have been better. The show could not have been better. A happy ending would have been cool, but I'm not.
You don't always need a happy ending, but
right.
This is the kind of ending that hits you so hard you wish there was a happy ending. And that's great. It's emotionally impactful. I'm gonna go fucking be sad still at the events of the show. I can see why the show is so widely talked about. Cause I've kind of wanted to watch this since launch, but I just kind of put it off because it was something I figured would be nice to do on the channel. But I think it was worthwhile. I'm fucking taken away by this show. I guess one thing I did want to talk about, was there anything you didn't like about the show?
No.
Okay.
I think some characters kind of became irrelevant. Like David had that beef out with Tanaka's son, I think was who that was. And then it was just never mentioned again.
It's just because the scope of the setting changed. He was no longer affiliated with the school. So it doesn't make sense. What that kid that got his fucking nose broken is probably going to class still. He's gonna read in the paper about how D went fucking cyber psycho and took on Adam Smasher and unfortunately lost in the paper or some shit. That man's still going to school, so it makes sense he became irrelevant because the school is no longer a focal premise.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying that's I'm nitpicking.
I get you.
What I disliked is just some characters got dropped. And that's totally
go ahead.
Fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That kid just set up his purpose was done by the end of the first and second episode. He was to kind of showcase how powerless D is, and how he's kind of being looked at and treated differently from everyone just because he doesn't have. He had a poor upbringing. He came from a poor background. His mom was struggling to provide the best life she could for him, which was climbing up the corporal ladder. Which in this shithole world, I mean, that's for a lot of people, that's the best you can hope for. Just hope you don't catch any unwanted attention and just live the corporal life. So the guy served his purpose. He beat up D and got his ass beat the next episode to show D changing, D's newfound power that led him on to Spyro, this downward spiral from then. I think any negative things I have towards the show are very minor as well. But I do want to make mention of them. I still think the show is a 10 out of 10. But I think the show might have benefited by being 12 episodes instead of 10.
Mhm.
Just to kind of, I would have liked more towards the middle, some more pacing.
Could have slowed down, yeah.
Yeah. It's like the stuff with Maine, I think we kind of agreed it happened too fast, but it was still fine. The only other thing I would have minor critiques for is I felt that Lucy's characterization was inconsistent at times between episode to episode. Like one time they're showing her as like this kind of scared girl who was afraid of Arasaka with good fucking reason, mind you. Next episode, she's fine. She's just kind of chilling, doing her own thing, and kind of being this strange relationship with Dee at the apartment. It's just, there were times I just felt her characterization was a little bit inconsistent. It's all small stuff. I think Lucy's a great character. I think everyone on the show is extremely well written, and there's the only thing I would change is to give them a happy ending, because I want to see these fantastic characters live a happy life. And it's just beating me like with a bat that it didn't come to fruition. Kind of keep circling around and saying that, repeating myself, but I can't state it enough. I love this show.
Yeah. It's like nitpicky stuff.
Yeah, it's there. I mean, I think that's fine. Like, you could, some of my favorite things that I would say are 10 out of 10s. They have issues, and I like to. I'm not going to ignore them. And I guess the only other thing is like, I don't know. Yeah, there's nothing else I want to pick out. I just think the show overall is a fucking banger. 10 out of 10. Do you think someone who's just like getting into, let's say someone who hasn't played, would you tell someone to play the game before they watch this? Even they're not directly related, but do you think the show does a good enough job at setting up the setting to someone could just jump into to watch this, then play the game?
I think so. My memory of the game is like very thin. You know, obviously I remember Adam Smasher, Choom, Eddie's, like the key things that would be referred to throughout the show. I remembered. I don't think you need to play the game before watching the show. I think if you're somebody who doesn't like anime, this probably isn't where you'd start. But I think this is still easily one of the better animes made and I've seen 3 animes, but
I mean, I'll back you up there. This shit's a
I'd
banger.
imagine this is very, like, just from start to finish, it's engaging, it's interesting, it's emotional. There really isn't a slow spot in the show. I agree with what you said, though, about it would have benefited from being 12 episodes, because the pacing in some of those areas, like, it would have been nice to have seen Maine kind of slip a little bit more instead of it just being boom. Maine's going freaking crazy in this episode. And I think it could have even slowed down David going off the edge a little bit too.
I think that's fair.
I think, again, the like outside, like the way it was actually implemented is still fine.
Yeah.
But if we're looking for like things that could have been done better that weren't done perfectly, that's where I would plant my flag, is pacing and the other one I said earlier.
Now that I think about it, I mean, it could just be fast by design. I mean, Night City is the world of Cyberpunk, and Night City is you live fast, you die fast, pretty much. So having the show be fast paced at times and like blindsiding you with a lot of like character deaths, I think, I mean, it could be by design as well. But also, I kind of want to circle back to the question I was asking: if someone, do you feel like someone should play the game first to experience the Cyberpunk world versus watch just jumping in the show? Let's use an example. Corey, he's never played the game. You think he'd be fine jumping into the show before playing the game?
I'm pretty sure Corey's played the game.
Corey has not played the game. Kojo has. Corey has not. Or maybe he loaded it up.
I think Corey...
He might have played like an hour or so. I don't know.
I think Corey would be fine.
Yeah. This might get him to play the game, actually.
Right. But if we were to talk about, I don't know, Zymic.
Okay.
I would say this wouldn't really... I'm thinking of like inexperienced anime watchers.
Okay.
Those are the people I don't think would enjoy the game as much or enjoy the anime as much. I think Corey would still enjoy it. I think anybody that enjoys anime would enjoy this show.
Okay.
And no, I don't think you need to play the game to enjoy the show.
I think honestly, like, it can go either way because the way they look and feel between game and show is very close to the downright to like the UI elements they use in the soundtrack. You could it can go either way. You could play the game. You can watch the show. Go play the game. Go watch the show again. You get another banger. Now that you understand more context a bit more. Some stuff, and then I guess just watch everything play out again. I think it just adds to experience either way. I think either way you go about it, it adds to the experience of the opposite thing of like the other thing. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
But yeah, that's just a small guess a little question I had. But yeah, I'm trying to think.
I think we've covered everything.
I think we cover everything. D is a tragic character, and god damn it, I wanted better for my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly like his mom.
Yep.
But yeah, it's one of those endings where it hits you so hard. I've said this earlier, that you want nothing but the best for the characters in the show that didn't get the fairy tale ending they downright deserved. I see myself rewatching this show pretty damn soon. Probably in just maybe in a single session, and just to be emotionally devastated again. But yeah,
I look forward to playing the game again
and being emotionally devastated.
Yep.
God damn, what amazing show. With all that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy our content, please consider dropping a like and subscribing. Check out our other series since this is the finale. A lot of stuff we have that on the channel already, and a lot of stuff coming out soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that. If you want more content and you want to see the full-length reaction for this, we have more over on the Patreon. We also have 2-week early access of select series airing that we have up going on right now. And then also as well, socials in the description. Also a Discord. Please come talk to us. If this show made you feel emotionally destroyed, we are like-minded. We can talk more. We can grieve together. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.